What happens when you get a hand cramp? Does that happen often? Because I know you're
Oh yeah.
using your hand when you're, because you use like, is it a Wacom tablet or do you use a mouse? I don't
Uh,
understand. I'm not sure your
yeah.
process.
I used to use a Wacom tablet. Now it's just integrated into my laptop. So basically, like right now, I'm using a Lenovo Yoga 40 something or whatever. It's basically a laptop that you can fold into a tablet.
Okay.
It's super convenient in that sense. It's not my favorite working computer. Before that, I had a Wacom Cintiq, and that was my favorite. But Wacom computers, like the monitors are great, but the computers tend to be a little bit buggy in the sense that they have charging issues. So anyway,
Wow.
to get to your question, um, yes, my hands do cramp sometimes, and long term could be, it could be an issue. Carpal tunnel is a pretty big thing for a lot of working artists who do drawing and stuff like that. So my usual what happened for me is I started just doing intense research into the matter and trying to figure out what can I do to make sure like I'm not in pain all the time while I'm working, because this happened when I was doing I think when I was doing when I was coloring Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare, I was coloring that book and another book at the same time. So I don't think I've ever worked like that continuously. I was doing like 16-hour days, and so by the end of the day, my hand just like wanted to fall apart. But it was recommended to me to try this supplement. I guess I'm going to end up it's kind of
Oh Lord.
like an advertisement or whatever. But I do actually recommend this for artists who are dealing with hand cramps, and a lot of the times it comes from inflammation. So you don't have to buy the supplement, but there's a supplement called Zyflamin that has all these ingredients. You could do just taking like supplements of turmeric, which is an anti-inflammatory, or ginger. I would highly recommend turmeric if you're just going to go for just one single thing. But I basically buy like a giant bottle of Zyflamin every 3 months, and
Wow.
that's like it. My hand cramps went away. Like it's not an issue that I have now. My issue is I sometimes have issues with like soreness in my drawing shoulder. So like that's my new thing that
Mm.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with. And there are other health complications that come with drawing too. Like you sit for a long time, so there are some people their butts develop
Yeah.
complications over time from sitting for too
Wow.
long. And I've had all of those things. So
It sounds like a cushy problem to have, but when this is your livelihood, those kind of things, you depend on being able to sit for long periods of time, to use your hand for a long period of time. And it's like it starts eating into, I mean, I don't even want to say your health, but yeah, your health, but then also your financial health. You know what I'm saying? So
oh,
I
I
like,
mean, if you don't, it's one of those things where it can really eat up into everything. Because if you're in pain while you're working, like
yeah.
it becomes like a brain drain. Because
Mhm.
I have to like, if my shoulder's hurting, I have to take breaks. I have to like not focus on the pain or whatever. And so something I'm starting to do is to really regularly every hour and a half take a 10-minute break. I have a set of stretches that I do. I try and do yoga. Try and do this yoga routine every day to like stretch out my body and also build like muscular support. So like that's the next thing that I need to do for myself personally. Like, and I would recommend for anybody else who's dealing with this, because generally, drawing, sculpting, those aspects of art that use your entire body, it wears on your body over a while. After a while, if you're doing it 8 hours a day, so like, um, highly recommend. I mean, everybody recommends exercising, but it turns out you really do need it for having a sturdy enough body to do, an 8-hour session of work a day.